All right, so Deadlines is still in post-production. The virus knocked us out like it did everybody else. We are starting back up on getting things rocking and rolling next weekend, actually. They've been working on it, but now I'm going to get to come over and like put my seal of approval on stuff and get things moving.
Nice. So, Tony and fail.
It's so funny because I'm seeing so many people pop up and aren't talking, and it's just funny. Sorry.
That's one of the whole reasons why I keep it in grid view. And you can just see
I don't
the
want to
yellow.
talk over anybody.
You
So,
can see it in the.
He's good.
Yeah, I only got 4 people at a time, so cell phone.
all right,
Oh yeah.
let's go. Let's get a story from the set for anybody.
Can we talk about Carson and a dress?
Yeah.
He's not here.
Carson lost a bet and he showed up in a dress and he did the whole night in the dress.
And then George lost a bet again and ended up in the dress as well. That was
Which
fun.
people said they found really creepy, but you know, there's that.
But Carson,
George, you're just creepy in general.
Fair enough.
But Carson enjoyed the dress better than George did.
Wow, yeah, there's no.
I just took it like I was in my everyday clothes and didn't worry about it. He played it up, as everybody knows. So.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Krabby's in pigtails and fishnets and all that fun shit.
Where is Monica going? That's what I want to know.
Walmart.
She's going into Walmart.
Ah,
A Zoom call from Walmart. Luce, I saw you at Connuga. We got to see, I guess, a screening of the movie, kind of, but with no audio. So we saw you in there. What was your time like on the set?
It was so much fun. I'm so glad that I was able to do it. I shouldn't have worn the shoes that I did because they were killing me the entire time. And I realized like 2 hours in how bad an idea it was. But I mean, you got to do things, for the performance.
All right. Okay, Mark, what was your character and what was you in the movie?
You're muted, Mark.
Is he muted? Don't say he's muted.
Mark don't have no audio.
Mark, hold up signs and tell the story like it's an 1920s silent film.
Okay,
Or just smile at the camera, that works too.
all right,
Monica, why don't you tell us?
Cosmetics.
Monica ain't paying.
Hey Monica, tell us a story about you being on the set. Pretty much like you getting killed or something.
You're getting killed?
Yeah, that was actually one of the best deaths there was. Don't move. She didn't move one
And I
bit.
kept my eyes open the whole time too without blinking.
Yes.
yeah, that was impressive.
Oh, nice.
Very impressive.
I was freaking out during that whole thing. I was afraid I was like actually gonna get stabbed, but I did trust people not to do that.
No, Joel wouldn't stab you. Joel's a nice guy.
I know.
Oh, and then what about Tracy and the holy water?
Oh, hell.
Tracy. What, Tracy?
Oh, there he is.
I'm here. Yeah, that was bad. Basically, I got bit in my mouth.
Ew.
Oh, no.
Ick.
That was nasty.
I'm sure you've had words in your mouth.
Figure it out.
Sorry.
Great.
I had to. Sorry.
Yeah, well, Tracy, you are a rock star, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Imagine. Anyways.
Those don't.
It's great. It's like a fountain from David's mouth to his. It was awesome.
No.
So who was the loser in that situation?
Hey, me.
We all won.
So anybody else got a story from set they want to share?
One of the George likes getting covered with the slime. Actually, covering people with the slime in the body pit.
Yeah, I'm still proud of that idea.
Hey,
was
Two
great.
Legs is here. Two Legs has showed up.
Ooh.
Well,
Hey, it's Joe.
Not
Hey,
Joel.
everybody.
Wee.
Joel,
Sorry I'm late. I forgot about the time change.
Time change.
When time changed from watching Kung Fu to time to be on the meeting.
Oh. So do you still have Two Legs?
I do for now, but one's not as good as the other one. So now I got a bad leg and a worse leg.
All right, so the whole thing is we're just telling stories from the set. Do you want to share a story?
Can I tell one?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
for it.
I remember Epic Love making Carson as Dave was walking down the hall trying to shoot.
That was hilarious.
give me a little bit more detail.
A little more detail?
Oh, a lot of it was a blur, but it was very emphatic. And Carson's he's very giving as a lover.
Very, Marcy, very taking as a lover.
Wow.
Well, it depends on the day.
So,
David's an amazing actor. Kept a straight face through the whole thing.
So to explain what happened, David was having to walk down a hallway. He comes into a room, and in the room, Matt was in the corner supposedly masturbating, and Joel had Carson bent over the table and was giving it to him. That's what David looked at and didn't react at all and then kept walking.
I know when we was there, there was some shenanigans going on. I think Two Legs had his head up Carson's dress, or someone had his head up Carson's dress.
That would have
Right, it was
been Joel.
Yep.
I bet that was an awful smell.
Yeah, they were coming out of the basement.
Yeah, the basement wasn't the musty part.
Oh, wow.
Yum.
You okay, George?
Oh, this
Hey,
is the Blu-ray edition.
So, Tony, do you want to, you got anything?
Me?
Yeah.
Got his head
Yeah,
twisted off.
Monica was the one that did that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. It was actually really sweet because Monica was very careful at the beginning not to hurt me. She had my hands just barely on my head. I'm like, no, sell it. Just go crazy. You're not going to hurt me. I'm like, just rip my head off. I was very happy to do it in one take because the one thing George told me not to do was get blood on the wall, and on the one take I did it right. I got it right all over the wall. Luckily, we were able to get it off, but geez, I was like, oh no.
Well, you should have never said anything about getting blood on the wall, or it wouldn't have happened.
And George
I've
fired.
also not said it, and it's happened. So yeah.
Oh, okay. I know Amanda had a time where she about passed out on set.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, saving equipment.
Yeah, I guess
Scraping
taking
off a whole chunk of flesh, no big deal.
Yeah.
It's funny. She passed out or whatever on this shoot. On the last shoot, I went to the ER
It's like every shoot we have some sort of a happening.
So the next one I get to go to, something happens to me on the next one. So
Yeah. Sharing
All
is
right. Hey, Lance, you got anything you want to share?
what was that, George?
Yeah.
Just as long as nothing happens to me, I'm good.
It already has. You have Carson.
Fair enough.
Oh,
All right, Lance, go ahead and share something.
I was on one of his other movie sets, Head Start, and long story short, I wasn't able to get on that movie, but he said, "Hey, I'll make it up for you. You know, do you want to be in my next one?" I was like, "Sure." And exchanged emails, and he said, "How you feel about being a homeless person being attacked by vampires?" Like, awesome. So I get to set, and I see, nothing but girls with little pangs, and I was like, female vampires. Okay, nice. And so it got time for my first scene. George asked somebody, "Hey, where's that rope?" And I was like, "Oh, whoa, wait a minute now. I'm a homeless person being attacked by female vampires. What's the rope for? Are you going to be tied up?" What kind of movie you filming here, George?
okay.
But that was my first ever time in front of the camera. And George, thank you so much. This movie buff just had a blast that day.
You're most
All right.
welcome.
Hey, Mark, you got anything? Can you talk now? No.
nope.
All right. Hey, Bridget, what do you got?
What do I have? I don't know. I think one thing that I remember this because it popped up on my memories. Like on Mother's Day, it was Mother's Day, the first night on set when I got hit in the head with a bottle, and I didn't even feel that shit at the time. I didn't feel it at all. But I remember walking in front of the mirror going, "Oh, there's fake blood everywhere." I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's on my forehead too." And that wasn't fake blood on my forehead. That was real blood. And I got home and I had a big goose egg, and I did a funny little video for George. And so George, I took one for the team. Nothing a little concealer can't handle. What you got to do. That was just one funny memory. It was just one from memory. I'm like, hell yeah, do my own stunts. That's all I got for you.
See, George, you could have had epic film shooting. People are actually bleeding on your set. You could have been filming this the whole time.
In his defense, like, it's funny because I really thought it was fake blood. Because remember, it went like I remember Tracy like pouring water all over my shoes to get all the fake blood off my shoes. And so I walked by the mirror. I was like, "There's fake blood everywhere," but it looked. So George, your fake blood looks legit because it's my real blood. So.
How about Seth? What you got?
I remember I showed up as an extra on the wrong day, the day before at the bar, and came walking in the suit that I wear in the later party scene. And George goes, "Seth?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Wrong fucking day." Oh. And he was like, "Fuck it, take off the jacket and tie. You're Jonesy now." And so I got a lot more time serving sweet tea and seltzer water.
Well, that sounds lovely.
Was except for the heat because you had to turn off the AC.
Yeah. The good thing about that, because George was going to play Jonesy, if I remember correctly. But,
Like playing it, yeah.
Yeah, but if you look here, he plays the warehouse manager type thing with David.
Well, maybe he's not making enough as a bartender. He's got to have multiple jobs.
Yeah.
He's not making enough on Dickerson Road, I can tell you that.
Ooh.
Oh.
No. Well, if you wear that dress more often, you might get a little more money.
And that dress got obliterated.
Johnny, what about your experiences on set?
Yeah. My experiences on set. Let's see. David's not here, so he can't defend himself. But me and Jim Jam were freaking fantastic. Collins. And
Deep in here, everybody get their shoes on.
We killed it, and then David always fucked it up. I mean, we did like 20-something takes for like 2 minutes just because David couldn't do his lines correctly. George just wanted more passion and all that bullshit that he likes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You did your sex scene so well. I got to hand it to you. A lot of passion.
I can't hear you because
I said you did your sex scene so well. There was a lot of passion.
my sex scene.
Yeah, your sex scene.
Killed it.
Yeah.
Killed it.
The one with you, Jim Jam, and the donkey.
And David.
Oh, what the fuck?
Things that make you go.
The movie, I didn't see that at Conuga.
Now that's a special feature that you just can't get anywhere else.
No.
See, Luce is laughing so hard because she knows it's true. So there's that.
Yeah, George paid us extra. I mean, y'all probably didn't get paid, but we did get paid. So sorry for your luck, guys.
Well, I'm
Guys
part
got
of the
like Papa
Tennessee.
John's over Little Caesars.
I'm part of the Tennessee horror crew. Where's my money?
You didn't do a sex scene with the fucking donkey.
I was about to say, were you in the donkey scene?
I mean,
Which end were you?
Back here. It's more likely she's down at Tijuana at the donkey show just performing nightly. So I don't know.
Oh my god!
Wow. Hey, Mark,
Why didn't I get to do the donkey show?
This took a turn. I step out for a second, and all
Oh
of a
God,
sudden,
Mark's got voice.
yes,
I'm an animal lover.
stepped out for a second and come back to donkey shows. What was that all about?
You know,
Mark just talked about
Fucking
your-
George.
Mark,
I just got a notification saying that Zoom has allowed me to go past 40 minutes for some reason. So,
Nice.
yeah, I don't know what that's about, but awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, Mark, go ahead with any story you have since you can talk now.
Yeah. Well, George called me in on the movie, and he said he wanted to play a victim of the homeless guys. So we all showed up at a location that I was familiar with, incandescence. And the thing he forgot to tell me was that I was going to be a burn victim. And so, yeah, so we showed up for the filming, and it was really great the first night. The second night, I went home with like this massive moulage on my face, and I was trying so hard not to get into any kind of accident or something. Because I don't want to get in a fender bender and step out of the vehicle and look like half my face is torn off.
That'd been pretty interesting.
That was so. I mean, that was on thick. He did such a job, and then of course all the work we did, and then of course the acting coach we had on set. That was first too. That was so helpful to get that additional.
Great.
yeah, I know you can't see it very well, but here's Mark in his burned face.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
it.
Let me get to it.
Oh.
you was driving down the road with that on your face?
Yeah, I couldn't wash it off until I got home.
That is that would be
Oh, wow.
crazy to see.
That's epic.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, if I had my desktop working, I'd pull it up as a screen share. You got to see the detail they put into that.
Well, hey, Greg, with your fancy software, you can do that, can't you?
Give me a second. Let me see what I can do.
Hell yeah.
Switched over to my phone, so maybe Greg's got a picture he can share with us.
He's all fancy over there with his 13 screens.
Any government.
Well, the problem is this is where I do my day job as well for right now. Great. So, yeah,
Oh, work from home, huh?
unfortunately.
He hates it.
Yeah, it does me batty.
Anybody else got anything they want to share while he tries to get that pulled up?
I recorded some good joint breaking the other day.
You recorded what now?
You heard what?
Joint breaking. So
Oh,
if
joint
you,
burger.
yeah, so I have discovered in my research that if you go to dinner and you get like fried chicken, leg quarter,
quarters.
so you take it and you just crunch and you record that, it sounds like a really good joint break.
Like somebody getting their jaw ripped off or their arm ripped off.
Yeah, Samantha's been playing around with chicken gore.
Hell yeah.
Didn't your mama tell you never to play with food?
Yeah, but do you think I ever listened to that?
She had already eaten all of her toys.
That's right.
Damn. So, Two Legs, you got anything? What else you got? I know you got some more stuff.
Joel, that would be you.
He's thinking.
I'm trying to. I remember that it was constantly hot. And George finally explained to me why it's always hot.
I'd love to hear this one.
Well, I mean, just because it's summertime, just because if you shoot in the winter, the snow moves around. If you shoot in the fall, the leaves keep appearing back on the trees.
Damn,
that's basically it, right, George?
That's exactly it. You shoot in the fall and spring, the trees, and you're outside. The trees change too fast, and for continuity, it'll mess everything up. And you shoot during the winter, and then people got Christmas decorations that go up and down. Summer's the way to go.
And the whole time I thought it was because you were just an inconsiderate jackass. So.
That too.
Yeah, he is that. He just won't admit it.
I admit it.
Hey, George.
Got it, but you know what? They do it anyway. So.
I guess we're a glutton for punishment. What can we say?
Hey, George, when we shot in Manchester, whose house did we shoot at?
That was Denise Downs.
Just want to say thank you to her because she had a hell of a spread. Unlike George's Little Caesars Pizza.
Swedish fish. Don't forget the Swedish fish.
George, you're never going to live that down.
Everybody, here's Mark's scene.
Okay.
That looks like Luke.
So what?
That lady had a bottomless candy bowl.
Yes, for sure. And that was
it.
That was awesome. That was very cool. Was that Robert, my makeup effects?
Oh yeah, Riff.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He did phenomenal.
Ooh,
And
nice.
That whole attack sequence at the beginning with the homeless people, we didn't have it blocked out, planned out, or anything. I mean, we had the script where we knew something happened, but he came in the Friday night and we worked out what effects we were going to do that night. And suddenly we're having hearts get ripped out of chests and Mark's face going down in the fire and bottles breaking and getting stuck in throats. And he pulled all that stuff off just at the spur of the moment, and it turned out great.
Oh yeah.
Pretty gut.
Bridget, Monica, y'all got anything y'all want to? Got any more stories?
No, my crap keeps coming. My stuff. I'm out on the beach, right? I'm out on the balcony, and my Wi-Fi keeps coming in and out. So I'm catching only about half of y'all's conversations. So when I come in and
Okay.
And she went back out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Monica, go ahead real quick.
I've got one. So
look, I'm done.
It was mine and Trina's attack scene on Chad, and I actually have a scar on my hand from where he slammed, we slammed him into the wall. Well, when he slid down, I didn't move my hand from his back, so I had wall. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got pictures of it, but I was just like, don't say anything, don't say anything. So.
It's the same. Chad can't be here. His screaming was so good.
Yeah, he should do the Scream Queen.
Oh yeah.
Well, it'd be a conflict of interest because he usually hosts it, right? So that would get super political.
Well, as the judges, do we have to vote for him or risk not getting invited back?
No, you're good.
Hey, we can bring that up next year at Chattanooga. we can tell Chad he can be in the Scream Queen. And
well, now the first Conuga Scream Queen ever was a guy.
Wow.
Wow.
Now that's
I
trivia.
didn't know anyone there.
Well, we can put them in a dress and ask Carson and George how to pick one out.
That's true.
I'll have you know I picked out the dress. So
There you go.
Did you get it at the Salvation Army?
no, got it at Ross's.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the next step up, ain't it?
Well, hey, I work at Salvation Army. Thank you very much.
That's kind of why I said that.
I
So,
said,
George, did you pick a dress out to match your eyes?
No, I picked it out because it would fit him.
I can see how
He
that'd
wanted
be
to
hard.
get the largest dress they had.
So where is the script demon at?
He had things to do today. We're moving. He's moving locations. So
Oh,
He's
cool.
moving.
Yeah, he's moving.
That's the first. He got up and walked.
Oh.
So yeah. Tracy, I know you got some more stories to tell.
Man, it's been so long. I'm at a blank.
Oh man.
Yeah, it has been a while.
That's the
I got a
quarantine
Tracy
drinking
story.
coffee.
Oh God. Just keep my
Oh yeah, the
So
gala
we should
dinner,
explain.
Well,
Tracy's
this-
character is actually Sebastian Michaels is a character that he does at haunted houses. He does these Facebook videos promoting, and he's constantly going, "Won't you come out and see me? Are we having a good time tonight? So when I wrote the script, I purposely put "hmms" in there. And then Tracy comes on set and doesn't know how to go, when it's And there was a scene at the party that Luce was at where it's actually on the blooper reel that we're not showing anybody because it's too embarrassing for everybody that's involved in the videos. But he's constantly going, and then we're dying. We're getting all frustrated with him. I call cut. The script demon Carson comes in to talk to him about a thing, and Tracy goes, and we die.
I remember that. There were about 10 of us in that bedroom watching it.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of the donkey porn,
Somebody's got to wrangle the donkey. That's all I'm saying.
Hey y'all, I don't know if y'all can bring up the group chat, but Two Legs just said something pretty funny.
I've got pants on.
But
My roommate just left in the other room.
Why wear
Well-
pants if you don't have to?
that's true. Well, I know on my time on set, I had a blast, but I got to see some funny shit, and I now know that making a movie is not so easy. I didn't realize the 3 lines or 3 or 4 lines that I had, I would have to say it 17,000 times.
and you still screwed it up.
Whatever.
So you got it right the first time then.
I'm a natural. What you talking about? But
Actually, Jimmy and Johnny did a really great job. So we'll bust their chops, but that's not the truth.
hey, but me and Johnny, what's up, Johnny?
Guys, I already said that we did a really great job. But thanks for finally acknowledging it.
Yeah, but he's comparing
There
you to
was
some of the other
actually
people.
no donkeys involved in any of my scenes. So we're clear.
Donkeys were injured in the making of this motion picture.
Oh shit! I was.
Now,
Go ahead.
actually, one of the people who actually stepped up and was awesome in the film was Mr. Two Legs himself.
He's left the building.
He's there. He's just chewing.
Yeah,
he's muted.
From his first performance in any of George's films to this one, You can tell he's come a long way.
Well, thank you. I stopped knocking people out like almost knocked Chelsea out at Great Vengeance.
It's a lot better than licking on bug spray too.
Yeah.
Nothing's better than licking on bug spray.
So I want to also acknowledge
Before.
Matt's not here right now, but him and Two Legs Joel, they did really well together.
Oh yeah.
Good
I wish-
chemistry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Matt's a lot of fun to work with.
Well, I
Now,
know
I will
that
admit, we watched it without sound, but them going through the house with the crosses like the crucifixes like pistols, that was actually really, really interesting to watch.
George, did you realize you made a horror comedy, right?
It's not when you watch it. It has humor in it, but it also has the other stuff. So I think it, and that's what you intended. The feel should very much be like Kolchak the Night Stalker or the Return of Count Yorga. So yeah, and I think we hit that really, really well.
Ooh, I know. I can turn everybody into chipmunks. That'll make it funny.
Just put in a drinking game where every time someone calls him an asshole, you have to take a shot.
You should do that on the just to mess with them when you send the movie to them. Send it where all the voices are like chipmunks.
Oh, and we can also.
Don't tempt me.
I can put a filter.
I figured out how to do that.
I can put a filter on it and make it all black and white as well.
Oh,
Yes,
man.
that actually sounds cool.
I'm not happy here.
Be perfect.
Georgia die. What happened to the movie?
If you do want to do a drinking game, every time Sebastian says you take a shot.
I like my liver too much.
It would be trashed in 10 minutes.
Hey, me and Johnny actually kind of did a little spinoff from Deadlines, and we got a little YouTube video or series we're going to do called Barnabas and Collins. We got one episode up now, but it's kind of goofy and funny.
Nice.
Your character names are Barnabas and Collins.
Yes.
Good nod, George. Good nod.
Thank you. And the other cops are Smith and Jones. So if you're a fan of the 70s, TV
Hilarious.
shows, thank you. Someone gets it. I appreciate that.
So yeah,
I
it
told
was.
I told that to Matt Garrett, and Matt looks at me and goes, "We're not from your generation, George."
I don't think anybody is. Well, maybe.
Beth is. Beth loves me.
Yeah, I get a lot of those references.
Yeah, that's only because you watch the old stuff.
Well, yes, there's that. In case the wall behind me wasn't like any nod to that or giveaway.
There you go.
Was Betty Davis?
You got to
hard
know where
direct,
you've
George?
been to know where you're going. You know.
What was that? Two legs?
Was Betty Davis hard to direct?
She was.
Well, they're treating her like a national treasure, man. They're making sure she stays alive.
That's Betty White.
Oh, my bad. Wrong person. Whoopsie.
Wrong one. The other one.
Yeah, that one.
Old Betty White.
Oh, okay. Shows how much I know. But I'm only 35, so I don't know about all that.
Is Bridget still here?
No,
she got
I guess.
left because of the Wi-Fi.
That's unfortunate.
What, Tracy?
I was gonna talk about how me and her were having a coke at the front of the building on the Vampirus Attack night filming, and for about 15-20 minutes all we hear is
The hell is going on there then?
I'm trying to remember what his name is. I cannot remember his name. He the jaw got his jaw taken off.
Bitch boy.
Remember that.
Brian.
No, bitch. I thought you said it was bitch boy.
Oh no, I'm not gonna go that far.
No, but yeah, Brian.
Hey Tony,
George?
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, I'm here.
We got George's
Hey,
videos
hey.
just froze up.
Yeah, that, he
Tony,
said, "Oh no."
You had a pretty good conversation with a trash can, didn't you?
I did. I learned that the some of the magic of movies is talking to inanimate objects and listening very intently to their non-words. Yeah,
That was you and Mallory, wasn't it?
that was Mallory. We were just trying not to laugh the entire time, and that was the hardest part, I think, of the first time that we shot there.
Yeah, that's definitely something that is pretty hard to do, is not laugh at some of these people because they're pretty damn goofy. And it's just hard. It's just it's irresistible not to fuck with George on set, just to fuck with him.
Yeah.
Nobody fucks with me just to fuck with me. Come on.
Yeah, it's just it's.
I know who'd want to be caught doing that.
True. I always love it because just to get them frustrated a little bit.
Hey, we got video back on George.
Yeah.
Well, that's because I'm getting text messages from people who didn't get the video or the email. So I'm trying to get them connected to come onto the thing.
Oh no.
Well, I sent it out. I did my part.
Yeah,
I
everybody
don't
on
think
the
you did, John.
deadlines.
I really don't think you did.
I just hit reply all and I put the thing and I sent. It's not my fault their phones are not working or emails.
Fair enough.
Did it go to spam?
It might have.
Oh well, you know that's possible.
Oh,
Yes,
so we
lovely
got
Tim
Tessa
James
David
fan.
on here.
we got Tessa coming in.
How's everybody holding up with the
Who's coming?
Tessa.
Hello. Hi, George.
Hello. We hear you.
Hello.
We can hear her.
Can hear but no see.
Okay, hold on. I'm working on it.
Let's see if I get in this way here.
Waiting to see my killer.
Mark.
Oh, that's right. She did kill you.
Yes. Jeez.
Killed me too.
Oh, yeah.
She was on a spree
Got a body
then.
count going.
Mark, what are you doing? Double?
There we go.
Hey,
There it
there's
is.
found her.
I don't know if that audio works.
Oh. Now you're
Major reverb.
oh. Okay. All right, Tessa, you want to share any stories from set?
Any stories? The only stories I had was getting sick, not sick from heat, but just winding up getting real sick, didn't know what was going on, and it wound up being Crohn's disease. So going into the hospital, because I was losing a lot of blood, and they were talking about they were going to have to give me some blood units. So my son had made the joke, he had to go out and smoke cigarettes. He was like, so when I come back in, don't be having anybody's blood, because I was playing a vampire. So when he come back in, I had an IV of blood attached to me. So,
Oh, wow. Hmm.
so that became the big joke is, now whose blood did you take? And I just sat there and smiled like, I'm not saying.
That's my favorite blood transfusion story ever.
Right?
Well,
Hey, we
look,
got
David finally showed up.
Sort of.
Oh.
Kind
Sort
of.
of. Maybe.
Maybe everybody's being slow.
Wee.
David.
Tessa didn't take any of my blood. She just splattered it all across the wall. So that's what George wanted. And that's what happened.
Yes,
Right?
that was actually one. That was actually one of the good ones where you got slammed in the wall. Yeah.
And rip the heart out.
Yeah, that was fun. I'm still heartless.
Right. Oh, I don't know who got that heart. I think maybe George took it. I'm not sure.
It could be. Laying around his house.
Probably.
Hey, David, can you hear us?
You're muted, David.
You're muted.
I got it on mute.
Hey, there we go.
There you are.
Hey, there's David.
Hello.
Hey, Johnny was talking shit about you. I just want to let you know.
Hey, Jim Jams, over you.
Yeah, you know, our scene when, here, Johnny, go ahead and talk.
What do you want me to say?
Well, you know how he made our scene take so much longer.
Well, why do you need me to explain it for you? Too scared to when he gets on here, you don't want to talk about him?
Whatever.
Oh, David's here. I can't fucking talk about him now.
Oh, you can talk about him.
Why not? Because we talk about him in front of him, and he actually sometimes adds stuff to it to make it even better.
Oh, wow.
True story.
That's right.
Oh, no, David's here with David.
David has to put up with a lot of shit with George, so I feel for him.
Thank you.
What are we saying? David has to put up a lot of shit from everybody.
Yeah, you're right.
Yet I'm still here.
And he's still
Yeah.
here.
What is up with that shit?
Yeah, David, you like the abuse, don't you?
It depends, but yes.
He's a glutton for punishment.
All right, David, the whole, what, George?
Does David have any good stories?
Yeah. Surely he does.
Good stories.
I have good stories about the movie.
Yes.
About making the movie, you bastard.
Well, working with such a nice director for one, fucker. No, I had a blast. It was long hours, but we got it done. Few little arguments here and there, but for the most part, it was good. Good story, good writing. I enjoyed it.
It looked like you was enjoying it when we was there. You was getting pretty frustrated.
Yeah,
But it-
no, but you got it out of me. You know, you're seen.
Yeah.
All I know is he was a joy while he was at my bar. That's all I'm going to say.
So we don't have Matt here, but I remember Matt telling the story of getting to was it Matt or you, Joe, that got to slam Carson's head into the bar? Matt, okay.
That was mad. I would have had a hard time with that. You know, I think that I love Carson too much to even pretend.
You love Carson? Oh my God! I guess you do if you had your head up his dress.
And Carson loves me.
Pictures of that, by the way.
But yeah, Matt acted like, or he seemed like he enjoyed that a lot, getting to slam Carson's head into the deck.
Oh, yeah. My guys, me and Amanda has got an appointment we got to be at here in just a little while, so we're going to have to drop.
Love you
All
guys.
right.
Miss you.
Love y'all.
Have a good one.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah. But yeah, I think when Matt was saying that, since he was a cop and everything, he got to torque on his arm quite well or good or whatever. What do you think about that?
Arm a little bit.
Did he look like he was in pain, George?
Carson did it all. All Matt did was rope his arm behind him, and then Carson took the fall onto the bar. There was a couple of times when Carson took the bar hit too hard, or he bounced his face off. But yeah, for the most part, it was smooth.
I say, Carson, there's a kitty.
Hello?
But I,
Hello.
but yeah,
And the camera.
Tessa, are you drinking sangria?
No, I'm drinking water. Well, it's got a pomegranate green tea in it.
Sure it does.
That's what they
Yeah,
call it.
sangria has water in it too.
Sure it
That's
does.
right. Shh. Don't tell everybody.
So, David, do you have any stories?
Well, the one story with Matt, he got a concussion. Was it the morning, or I think it was the morning of that shoot we did
Oh yeah.
in Hendersonville?
That's right.
Or he beat up somebody, got beat up, and he wasn't feeling well. He didn't look well, and we were shooting. Got in the car to do a tracking shot. As soon as he got out, he threw up, and something was wrong. We knew, but then later on, he finally told us that he had a concussion. We're like, dude, come on. We wouldn't have filmed if we knew that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then I only need to do another couple takes.
What a sweet.
he wants to make sure he gets all them shots right.
Hey, got to get it covered. Concussion or not, at least get the words out right, you know?
Anybody else got anything to add, or that sounds like pretty good storytelling there from everybody.
I have one question for George and David.
Get it?
Did you guys ever consider bringing Kyle Dieter back for a follow-up?
If we sell this thing and make some money, hell yeah.
I'm in.
I would actually like someone to see this and go, you know what? Let's give him a crack at rebooting Night Stalker.
That would be awesome.
Be awesome.
Well, you got to push it out there, man.
Oh,
Come on,
this
George.
is the damn thing done.
Man, hey, that's what I don't understand, man. We in quarantine. You got plenty of time. What's the hold up?
You're putting out short films.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did all that. I did the post, the sound, everything on that short.
You even
Greg,
acted in it.
Yeah, he did all the acting.
You acted in it too.
that cop, that was me. That was me acting. So
Don't forget the wave of the hand underneath the bedspread.
there you go. Well, I was doing something else. Leave me alone.
On that note,
Hell yeah.
You know, and a part of it is, you know, Greg is working 9 to 10 hours at his own job, and then at the same, you know, where he was at, that's where he's been working. And when you work 8 to 10 hours, you don't really want to then sit there and work on a movie. You know, so that's part of the problem too. It just takes, you know, this virus thing and the way people have had to change their work schedules and stuff. Just kind of played hell with it.
All right. And we got Todd in here. Do you have any stories, Todd?
Then you hear us, Todd. Where are you going,
Hello,
Tessa?
Todd. I am driving to work.
Oh, okay.
Fun. Where's my car?
Todd?
Hey, sorry, I had to run outside and get my Bluetooth headset because it was on in my truck.
Oh.
How y'all doing?
There he is.
All right.
hey,
Yeah, real quick before I think we're about to wrap this up. But while you're on here, you got any stories to tell from the set?
I don't. I just read that email about telling stories. Like, shoot, I should have thought of something. I can say it was fun working with you guys. I know that.
You said it was fun working with George.
Well, of course.
George is
If it's not fun,
Good to
it's
work
not
with
worth doing.
too.
We know who's a masochist.
But yeah, George is definitely an awesome. He's awesome, and we all love him. Unfortunately, no, I'm joking, George.
Yeah, and thank you, George, so much for letting me be in the film. It was so much fun.
Thank all of you guys for doing this.
Thank
You guys
Yeah.
all rocked it,
Thank
and I
you,
think you
George.
guys are going to be really surprised when you see it.
Looking
Well, I
forward to it.
Can't wait.
Me too, yeah.
I can't
And I
wait to.
And I appreciate you asking me to be involved in it, George.
Well, you did a great job. This is just the start.
Well, I can't wait to see all the movie with audio. I was kind of pissed when we saw it at Chattanooga and he had the volume turned down. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Because it's not done yet, man.
There's
So?
no audio. Yeah.
Heard it
No.
next. They were
But hell yeah, it was definitely a fun time and my first time in a movie. So yeah, I'm eager to see it, and hopefully we can do a premiere after all this craziness goes away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to see the movie and hang out with all you guys again.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
Here.
And I got to
All
say,
right.
it's great seeing all your faces, man. I
Oh yeah,
missed all-
definitely. Well, hopefully, like I said, maybe I don't know if it'll happen in June, maybe in the fall. I
It
don't
ain't
know.
happening in June. Well, and even if we got it done in June, where the hell are we going to show it? Ain't nothing open.
Exactly.
That's
So, you
Hey,
know,
maybe we can.
whenever I can say this, by the time Full Moon opens up, well, and we also can't be opened up at half mast. It's got to be full on.
Right.
Because I
Well, the
want to
20, well, the 22nd, I think everything can open back up full.
What about the
Well,
drive-in?
we're not going to be ready that fast.
On June 22nd?
I'm just saying though, but the 22nd though. So hopefully, Full Moon will be open back up, and everybody can we can all come out to Full Moon and see Deadlines finally.
Absolutely.
Good idea about a drive-in though.
Absolutely.
Surprised more drive-ins aren't open.
Yeah. Hey George, let's see it at a drive-in then.
There you go.
Oh,
not a bad idea.
Driving is
Vampire
epic.
himself.
Oh yeah.
You know what the problem with the drive-in is?
Hmm.
Well, first of all, Tracy won't be watching the movie. Second of all,
My date won't be watching it either.
well, that's up to you and Carson.
Oh. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all taking your time out to come out and do this. But I hope we see each other soon at the Full Moon premiere.
Sounds
Absolutely.
Here, here.
Look forward to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Well, y'all have a good rest of the day, and we'll see y'all later.
Love y'all.
Guys, miss you.
Stay safe.
All right.
See ya.